Hey you guys, this is Tired Goth, and this is my second recording of this collection of videos. This is going to be a multiple part, so go back to my page by clicking my icon and search for the rest of the videos that are going to be taking place here. I did a reading, and someone really does not want this reading to come out because the truth is brutal. So we're just going to get into this here. The spiritual attacks surrounding this have been actually violent, but I'm gonna do my best here to talk about what's happening here. So there was an energy of someone being set up by a fake mother figure. We had Leo energy. There were two empresses, and one of the things that I wanted to talk about before we get into the details of this reading is how the spiritual attack pertaining to this particular set of information posed itself to have the same energy in two different directions. Meaning, okay, the first card that we pulled was for an Empress in reverse. However, there are two Empresses here in this general collection of energy. So we're going to talk about the Empress in reverse first and their set of cards and what it is that they tried to do, because there are a few parties that they tied into that are being impacted by their decision at this time. And this could be a day reading, this could be a reading for this day, or it could be a timeless reading, but we're gonna see how this unfolds, because some of the information may be pertinent to today, and then other information pertaining to the course of this reading may unfold over the next few weeks. We'll see how this happens. But this Empress in reverse energy showed itself to be correlated with an attempted setup, something having to do with an agreement that they made with someone and setting them up to do something. And there could be an older woman. I'm getting that they're an older woman, and the term false caretaker came out. And before I began this reading, in my mind's eye, I saw the Seven of Swords in the upright, meaning not reversed, not representing honesty or truth in dealings, but in its deceptive energy. So this Empress energy is actually resonating with the Seven of Swords energy in the upright. Theft, deception, manipulation, and it was coupled here, and I'm not sure if the cards are still out here, because I did wrap up the reading before it completely disappeared due to a purported recording error. There is an Empress energy here aligned with the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Magician in reverse. So this could have been someone who was part of a coven. That was also solidified with, what was it, the Four of Wands? The Four of Wands, and then the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups on its side, with one of the cups in the corner of, let me see if I can pull this, because when I split the deck I got the Six of Pentacles. Someone was arranging something for someone to be paid to do some very nasty work involving the grooming or manipulation of younger people. And part of this was a bigger plot here that I'm going to cover as quickly as I can, because as I was doing the first reading before he disappeared, the Holy Spirit and Archangel Metatron gave me a whole map of what this person's intention was. This person's intention, this older woman, was part of a plot, possibly with a Gemini. So we have a Leo in reverse and a Gemini in reverse. Someone who is not practicing any kind of spiritual discipline and possibly doing like warlock magic or casting some sort of magic on someone. They were involved in a plot that had to do with an organized crime collective who was positioning crimes to happen in certain areas as an act to target someone who was forced to be a witness to the crime and then be like a proxy witness to the crime and then possibly be implicated as a result of this. So this had to do with people who were involved in crime dragging innocent people, possibly minors, into these situations purposely to be positioned in the area, the vicinity of a person who was being targeted for criminal activity to be placed as a frame on them. This is very important because this is actually what this collective of organized crime was doing. They are paid to implicate people. And they all protect one another, so that is what makes the frame job go successfully. However, I heard there are rats currently uncovering what people have done. There are people like telling on each other left and right, and the source of dishonesty is coming to light. They no longer have protection in the spiritual realm. This was a relationship that was attempting to be sacrificed here, a union, a contract, a collection of I guess you could say experience, something, a union with something, or oneself, one's abilities, their purpose. Someone's purpose was being interrupted. And in a spiritual sense, if a person is being introduced to the element of crime as they are trying to do spiritual work, this is something that throws off their chi. This is something very malicious to do to a spiritual worker, because it's not something that can necessarily be itemized with proof every time. And should proof surface, this is something that would then manifest into the material realm to force court dates, to force police reports, to force reporting. Someone could have been in an energy where they needed to swap out their karma. So they could have been trying to shove energetically this karma, this horrible karma that they had, onto a spiritualist. And the result of this was the plan being, if they're present for the crime, they're automatically roped into a conversation where they have to be involved. And that puts them in an energy that matches mine. Even if it's not the same circumstances, it's involving the same topics, it's involving the same energy of panic and woe, and also adjudication. It's putting them in an energy where they would resemble energetically in the cards the same exact thing. This is where discernment comes into play. If a person who is reading this energy has discernment, they would notice the definitive difference in karma between these two people, or these parties who are trying to swap out and create issue for this collective of people. This could be one person who was targeted. This seems a little personal, but this could also have been something that was happening over the course of a collective era of time, right? This could have been happening to a number of people. We also have here the Knight of Cups. Very disrespectful emotional offers. This could have been corrupt love and not being able to move forward with something, because the indication here, the result that this fake Empress was trying to put forward, and this is the World card that wanted to come out before Ace of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. I found there you go. This was the Queen of Swords who was here. This Queen of Swords was trying to interrupt this, being seen for who she was, being seen for her tactics, and also to interrupt someone's Wheel of Fortune just as they were about to be on a come up. This could have been in a relationship as well. This could have been moving forward in a healthy lifestyle. Someone did not want that, and it's this Queen of Swords, this fake Empress energy. And I got that this particular fake Empress was a lustful mother energy. This person, you see Venus as a signifier here, it's in the reverse. This is not a love, this is not union, this is not cooperation. This is actually destitution and possibly even prostitution, lust, something like this, and then paying someone with the Six of Pentacles here to involve themselves in this, possibly for their own selfish gain. And I intuited swingers, unfaithful marriages, unfaithful relationships, and setting someone up to go to jail because someone became a little too risky as a person to get involved, because proof of what was done to them to get them involved in this whole, I heard 30-year shenanigan to force them into this kind of lifestyle. They were possibly trafficked by their own parents, by their own family, something like this. They can't relax now because whatever it is that they were encouraged to do is lining them up to be stuck with the responsibility of a prison sentence, or possibly they feel like they're in a mental prison due to the fact that they can't move forward with something, and they were promised that this would not be uncovered. They were promised that this wouldn't be punished. And that I'm getting here, the Queen of Swords in reverse actually gives off the energy of someone who is so skilled in institutional dealings and professional dealings, that they are able to source real documents and manipulate them to become forged documents, to facilitate the bypassing of certain regulations in order to commit to them and make them real. And this could have been someone who was advocating for that, got it, and then was not put under any kind of scrutiny for this. And we're seeing here that there's proof now with the Knight of Pentacles and the Sun, discovery of one's affiliations with a mafia, with something having to do with work that doesn't actually appear like work. And this is affecting a relationship that is a genuine union, but here, this past cup, this past situation is being made a priority, being put on a pedestal, being put in some sort of priority positioning here, where this relationship is being thrown in the middle of this due to the fact that someone did not keep their contract with God and decided to keep their contract with something highly volatile and evil in the spirit. And this is also, this person had a choice. They had literally a choice and a path somewhere to choose between the potential of this, which was star energy, receiving and achieving and doing something that was meant to be done. And this is the cardinal here. A cardinal could have been significant. You could be seeing cardinals. You could have seen a cardinal recently. There could have been something involving the Cardinals. Could have been the Cardinals baseball team. We don't know. But you're going to see cardinals as a signifier that this is your energy. You are sitting in a star energy. You're pouring into a deep collective, and things are coming to fruition. This is your energy, and this is the energy of someone, possibly this person in the twin flame union or union of self, that is joined and finally seeing how everything comes together. And this is a point of concern because it's showing the person who possibly chose wrong in this situation what they really missed out on, or what they're about to miss out on if they keep choosing this alternate path that seems to be very lucrative and promising. There's this High Priestess energy, and the highlight here was actually on the darker pillar here and the Earth Angel energy. This person is truly intuitive, like highly intuitive. They can see through the dark mechanics of a lot of organized crime. This person could have actually warned the person, like, this is not the way you want to go. And this person, who I remember in the first reading, I pulled the Seven of Wands card for their energy, because that was the defense that they brought to a collection of the, what was it? The Ace of Swords and the Death card. The Ace of Swords and the Death card, a great change that was going to take place. And this Leo energy, someone was exercising a lot of strength by showing this person the way to go. And this could have been a Queen of Wands. I'm seeing that they wanted a good journey for this person with the sunflower here. They were ushering in the best possible journey for this person, and this person stood in a defensive energy, like, no, this is what I always do, this is what I have to do. But they're being led by corruption to do this. And this is extremely dangerous because they are considering trading in a wholesome fresh start in a union with the Fool card that came out in the upright. They're possibly looking to maintain their status with these crooked people for a come up, and they're not. They're being led into the ground. And then there's proof of this. There could have been some communication. Proof of this is something innocent that showed itself that really just told the whole story for someone without them even having to open up their mouth. With the Moon card in reverse, an illusion was uncovered here. The illusion of what someone was trying to hide was completely told on them. And this could have involved a Gemini energy. So we have Gemini and Leo as the culprits here in reverse, and also a decision needing to be made. And this decision is actually going to guide something very serious for this collective of people. we have here the Three of Swords too. This Empress in reverse is in a heartbroken energy because they don't want to face what they chose to do to this person. And this is a whole collective. This is like a disbanding of people over this. People could be seeing that like they need to isolate themselves. Someone is isolated from someone else's energy because they aren't allowed to persist in trying to attack this person's future. And I'm seeing here that this was a former third party. This is coming out. The closeness of two people who were working very quietly to conceal what it is that they were doing when there was a whole other established thing going on is coming to light and showing itself after the Four of Wands. So this could have been a coven. This could have been the coven I was talking about earlier. This could be a group of people. This could be an orgy. This could be literally, like, we could be talking about anything. This could be a circumstance where someone actually had a whole group of people allying themselves with their nasty frickin' plans here, and they 10 of Swords themselves. They ended their own plot before it could even begin, and there's a lot of communication about this here. Fast communication about whether or not something is going to survive, but I don't believe. There could have also been like communication about an ending, a death, communication about what could happen. Someone could be planning for their death. My goodness, this is just, and someone else in this energy, the Empress in the upright, because I'm being led back to this pile with the Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Cups, and something. Someone is actually healing through all of this, and I'm seeing the High Priestess. Yep, High Priestess, and I'm intuiting Empress. And someone's justice is working, is getting to their spiritual work, confirmation. This is spiritual work being done, and someone was actually being attacked for doing this and was being positioned strategically to fall into a pitfall of crime that had nothing to do with them whatsoever. They were set up. They were actually set up. But there's another person here who thought they were in an alliance. Like, this is the innocent person's energy here. The person who is being set up. They're innocent. But what I will say here is there is a person who chose to ally with these people who was also innocent and then became corrupt. This is what we're discussing here today. This person who sided with these people is about to be thrown under the bus by the very same people they trusted. And this is something that this High Priestess warned them about. They were like, listen, you should not be doing this. And they insisted, no, you don't know what you're talking about. But judgment is about to be called on them. And they don't realize this. They're not seeing this, but the priestess, the High Priestess, can see in the dark. She can see through the workings that are keeping this shrouded, and she's warning them, no, don't do it, don't do it. She's trying to create happiness, and the Queen of Pentacles shows itself here. Because the Queen of Pentacles and the Nine of Cups is actually going in the honest pile here, with the Wheel of Fortune and all sorts of things. Someone is very in touch with source and fortune. Someone is very in touch with the aspects of fortune and what good decisions really look like and what a sacrifice looks like. And someone is trying to return into this energy so they can screw someone up again. The Holy Spirit could actually be calling judgment on someone who is attempting to return here to see what they can like harvest for themselves. They're not getting a harvest from something, and they put a lot of effort and a lot of trust into this relationship with I'm hearing parents, figures of parental something, and then I'm hearing not real parents. So I'm not sure exactly who this is. This could be people that represent family. This could be a crime family, literally, or this could also be something leading to a loss of a loved one in karmic backfire. It could take what resonates for you, take what resonates to your situation, measure these words as entertainment against what you're willing to entertain, because we're not trying to send anyone into a spiritual psychosis with medium level relativity. Sorry. We're here to establish, I guess you could say, points of reference for people who are already in touch with their situation. So if the energy calms you and kind of solidifies what you already knew, this could be your reading, but not the whole reading. This could be a number of pieces that could be resonating in parts to the entire audience. So just keep that in mind as a possibility as well. Someone could have been in a lustful energy here. I heard this desire to remain lustful was broken by someone recently, and someone is very upset that they no longer have an entity attachment or an attachment there to continue to send them energy that persists this. This was also a loss for someone, but it was a good loss. It's the kind of loss you feel like if you're overweight or you suffer with health conditions due to your health state, and then you lose whatever it is that's harming you. It could be like, a parasite, an illness, too much weight that's bearing down on the rest of your body and causing you unnecessary pain and pressure. This is something that actually created a lot of happiness, because it broke a long-standing contract over someone else's life to sacrifice them to something. And that is where the happiness came from. And they were able to move on to a 10 of Pentacles in the upright energy. But someone, again, is trying to disturb this and crash it into the ground. This is the energy of this, but where is this going? This is in the pile with someone using their sex work, because we channeled sex work before. I intuited that someone's involvement with this group of people who were doing sex work and possibly encouraging minors, there was something that didn't want to come out in the reading, and I suspect that this is why the reading cut off. The energy was that someone was enlisted as a collective of people, or part of a collective of people who were involved in the trust of one person's child to another person's child to be deflowered. But the children did not match in age whatsoever. You had minors who were paired up with 20 and 30-year-old people for their deflowering. And this is supposed to be some kind of cultural thing, but this, I heard Russia, Uzbekistan were significant. Russian-speaking countries could be significant. Something about this. This was supposed to be like the root of this work that was being done. And someone's house I heard a raid was significant. Someone's house is about to be turned upside down in a raid. And this had to do with someone who was expected to be somewhere to do something at a certain time. So someone was being set up. And the truth of the matter is, the whole setup was to destroy their future so that the other people who were involved wouldn't get in trouble for anything. Someone was supposed to be caught in the act. Someone was supposed to have been present to be a part of something. Because the truth of the matter is, this person, these people who are trying to disrupt this person's home life, they are actually, like, willingly people who abuse children. They think it's perfectly normal. They don't see a damn thing wrong with it. They're gross. And what you need to understand about this is that these people are sitting pretty right now, but they're about to be in very choppy waters, I heard, by the day's end. Because the dragon they consigned to is about to come and bite them. That's what it is. And the Wheel of Fortune is going to this 10 of Pentacles. This is a couple. Who is this couple? Sagittarius and Aquarius. Could be significant. Ace of Cups. Renewal. Someone could have saved someone's life by telling them this. World card. They saw everything they needed to see. And they're healing something. Healing something is their justice. Healing their relationship is their justice, which is why there has been so much turmoil. And they're moving on. Sagittarius, Aquarius. Okay, so that could be Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and 7th house placements. I heard no equal. Queen of Cups. Yep, someone is in a receptive energy. They're paying more attention now. Paying more attention about who not to work with. But this is... someone is understanding that they have to guard their truth. They have to guard their creativity very closely, because someone is literally stalking them to make sure that all of their opportunities are at ends. And this is a very childish energy. This could be someone who pretends to be a child. Someone who sits in an energy that is just refusing to understand the necessity of non-childish approaches. Someone could have been blocked from persisting this energy through the advice that was given. This King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo could be significant. And I don't know what it is, but I feel my chest burning. Someone could have a lot of unspoken words that are being healed by this reading right now. A lot of unspoken, like, gratitude for the things that they felt they weren't able to say. Something about, like, the feeling of fire and heat. Like, I'm touching on something that someone really needed to be spoken for them here. Queen of Pentacles. Someone's about to receive proof of what they were intuiting this whole time. And this could be part of what justice is. Yeah. I heard financial compensation is coming through with the Star card. Star card and trust coming with the money. Temperance and 10 of Cups. Happiness. True joy. Joy returning to someone's life after it being corrupted. I heard someone's energy here is shrouded, but I see you. I see you shrouded here. I see you crouching in the dark. I can see you. I know a few people can see in the dark, but me, I see you. I see your outline. I see the hidden star energy. Yeah, you don't need to be nervous just because I can see you. You don't need to be panicking because I can see you. You're a hidden star. A hidden star in someone's life. You're nervous about the money not going to you. You're sitting like this most of your career. You're worried about the money not going to you. Who are you? Let's drag you into the light. Who are you? Dark hair, curly hair. I don't need to know about what's going on with your body, girl. I really don't. Hidden star in someone's life. True betrothal. Are you married to someone in this energy and they never told someone that? Because, like, girl, this is your state of affairs right here. You could be feeling heartbroken. Heartbroken that someone else is getting money? Don't you have money of your own? Knight of Cups in reverse. You're like sideways and crooked in your love offers. You know that this person is in a union. There could have been arguments about this. You feel stuck with the Hanged Man energy and the Five of Wands. You feel stuck because of conflict. Well, like, why would you walk into something that isn't your conflict if you're just there inspiring conflict? You're walking into a relationship thinking you're in the relationship. You're not. Someone could have been using you to explore their options, and then they went right back to this person. That's the truth of what you need to hear. I see you crouching in the dark. Hidden star. Feeding the hidden star. Feeding the hidden star. Oh, look, the Seven of Swords didn't want to leave the deck because that's your truth. You were feeding off of someone else. You were feeding off of someone else's material, someone else's inspiration, someone else's appearance. You were feeding off of someone else's appearance. Spirit is calling judgment on you. I just heard loud and clear, back off. Whoever you are, back off. Back off of the energy. You could be looking or feeling startled lately. Back off of the energy. You could have been doing magic on someone recently. What is this? I'm seeing flowers, but the lilies are not coming up for your energy. The carnations are. So this could be like a cheap date, cheap love offer that you're willing to settle for here. Roses, romance with someone betrothed. With someone's soulmate. Romance with someone's soulmate, you did candle magic. Burning the candle at both ends here, you did candle magic on someone. Yeah, as above, so below is right. It went straight into the ground. Trying to make a love connection. And I'm seeing the Ouroboros on his belt. You're being told to keep your mouth shut about something. Keep your mouth shut about the dishonesty. Yeah, no, it's being seen clear as day. Keep your mouth shut about the dishonest thing you did to the person that you were doing candle magic on. Yeah, this is a tower for you. You just fell out of the tower, as I said that. There could be fast communication, fast chanting, something to reverse it. You are not in your priesthood or priestesshood, whatever it is you're doing. You're the Empress in reverse, celebrating. You're gonna go out on a date with this person. You think you're gonna get your laurels, your crown. You think you're gonna have sex with someone who's already in a relationship, or living with someone who's like in a relationship with them. I heard lingerie is significant. Girl, go sit down. Go back to work. Go back to work, because like you could have been actually trying to tamper with someone's work to do this, to set up this relationship. This is giving witch energy, okay? This is giving like, oh, I'm an alchemist, but you're really just like a witch at a campfire type shit. Oh God, please. You're stalking someone? You're stalking someone, doing candle magic on them to figure out the best time to stalk them. Energy work could be significant. Energy balancing could be significant. Who the fuck lit this candle? Who lit this candle? Pink candle? Who's pink? Who's pink candle? Satanist? Oh God. One of you could be a Satanist. My chest, guys. Like, what the fuck is this? This isn't even my energy. Someone's chest is like palpitating because the spell was broken like instantly, and the twin flame union was not corrupted. Look at all these cups staring. They're staring, begging for a chance to fuck someone. That's disgusting. Oh my God. Did you see the Seven of Wands? Defend your energy, everyone. Defend your energy. Someone's lost it and decided all they want to do is have sex with you. Okay, we have the moon in reverse. This is someone evolving. Oh God, this is someone evolving after all of this mess. Defending their sacred peace, their emotional and psychic and physical peace. Using strength of will, strength of heart to protect a connection. Their experience. This is a different person entirely. Who is this person? Aquarius ascendant. Sagittarius, moon equal, Sagittarius, 5th house. That could be me. That could be me. I break hexes, so that makes sense. If you need a hex breaking ritual, contact me. 2 of Cups wanted to come out. 2 of Cups wanted to come out somewhere, but it didn't actually come out. Oh, there it is. Yeah, 2 of Cups. But then also, what is this with this fishy offer in the background, landing in the Hanged Man energy? Someone being pinned for a crime having to do with grooming of minors. And the 2 of Cups floating around somewhere in the middle of that. I heard someone being encouraged by their parents to do something illegal. There you go. Those are the third parties. Third parties, 4 of Wands in reverse, a crooked organization. 3 of Wands in reverse. Third party rejection. Holy Spirit called judgment on everybody who is in this energy tampering with this. And let me tell you, the Holy Spirit is combating a lot of evil spell work here. Someone could be rushing in, like, trying to create an air of annoyance for someone energetically, like using sounds, using certain prompts to kind of irritate someone spiritually to bring them to a lower vibration is significant here. Getting really foul-mouthed with someone could be significant for this energy, with the third party getting ejected from the energy and being like, why me? Why am I getting ejected from the energy? Fights could be significant. Fights to implicate someone to get them imprisoned could be significant to this parent or family energy. As I said that, the 5 of Wands poked out, and at all costs, they're waiting. They're patient too. These people are sick. They're fucking patient. They're waiting for this person to slip up so that they can do this to them. This person needs to get away from these people. Let's get some clarity with the Lenormand. I went to go pick up the deck, but one got left behind, and this is over a house. King of Cups. This could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Equal, specifically. And a house. Okay. Let's see what else is going on here. I saw the ring kind of scoop out. Didn't want to come out entirely, but it is in this mix here. We have separation, Queen of Pentacles as the Queen of Pentacles as the signifier. Okay, so this isn't the road that we're looking at, it's the Queen of Pentacles here. Which road they're going to take to lead them to abundance, and they're receiving. I'm seeing that if they choose their parents, they're going to go on the left-hand path and be separated from what they really want to do for 7 years. And then if they go with another person or another idea, they're going to be very fruitful. And they don't have belief in this yet, but that is what's going to make manifest this plan. They're going to be very lucky if they don't choose. I heard to sign something. 11 and 3. 11 and 3 could be significant. 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. could be significant. These people that are encouraging this person to do something are predators. They're literally predators. They could be sexual predators as well. Not soulmate energy, and people acting in a very immature energy regardless of how old their vessel is. There's no illusion. They're trying to return, but they're leaving. They're leaving. That's what this is. They're leaving. Something very tempting about this offer. There's something very tempting about this energy that they're being asked to abstain from, and this is Ace of Swords energy. This is the truth, the lady bringing the truth. This could be a lady. This could be a lady okay, it could be a lady wearing flowers like me, but like there's something about the emphasis, again, same as the Empress card, something about florals, floral energy, floral clothing, floral lace, floral silk, ornate clothing. I'm channeling the word negligee, but this is a competing energy, and it seems to be like falling to the wayside as I say it, like tripping on itself. This is like, I don't know what this is. Yeah, that was just illuminated, the Sun card. Ace of Pentacles. Somebody could be trying to steal someone's money by proxy. Somebody could be trying to steal someone's opportunities by proxy through admiration. This woman's in the upright, but she seems confused. She seems like, kind of like, oh, well, I'm just living off the land, but it's like, the land is clearly spoken for. And has been, so it's like weird. This gives the energy of someone like parked in a parking lot waiting for a house to go on sale. Like this is what it feels like. Like, oh yeah, can I buy it? I've been waiting for a while. I've been sitting right here waiting, watching, making sure. Like really weird. Then we have the Rider card, the Tower card, the Stars. Official news about a contract could be coming forward in a separate light, and this is unrelated to this person we were just discussing. This has to do with the sun, something illuminated, something coming forward, no blockages, and 10 of Pentacles, something about a house. News about this. This is a dishonest offer. This is someone possibly in a very dishonest energy, not communicating, not writing, or not presenting documentation that belongs to this contract, not presenting proof, and this is a Queen of Wands in reverse. This is a fucking crook. This is a criminal. They're a queen. They're a setup queen. That's what this is. This is your proof of what I discussed. This has to do with this maternal and paternal energy, Leo and Gemini in reverse energy. Stay away from them is what I'm seeing here. And there could be a separate contract here. Something having to do with like official news of stardom, official news of prophecy. And then this card wants to come out, the achievements. So we have the laurels, we have divine ancestry, divine guidance, and riches. That didn't want to come out, so I put it back in the deck. It was the Eight of Cups. Rising of Lazarus, Jesus walking on water. This is a miracle. This is the proof of someone's abilities made manifest, landing them contracts. All right. Anything else, Holy Spirit? I'm being called to pull from the Jesus deck, and then we'll wrap up this section of readings. If you'd like to book me for any healing sessions, any energy readings, any tarot readings, book me for a reading. Literally book me, call me, text me, let me know you're interested, and I will handle the rest. I offer pendulum readings, crystal healing sessions. I offer card readings, personal readings, all sorts of things. Personal, professional, career, finance, time frame readings. I offer those too. Just book me, let me know, and I would be glad to assist you. So just keep me posted on this. We'll go forth from there. And yeah, I look forward to giving you all readings and stuff and doing work for you. Jesus walking on water, multiplication of the loaves and fish. This is someone's career that's actually taking off. Someone did not believe that this was going to be someone's portion, and it's like literally manifesting before their eyes. A woman could be significant. This could be for a woman. This could be half of a twin flame union that's responsible for this, because that's giving me the big picture and the Ace of Swords truth. A woman could be responsible for the half of the union that is successful. And I heard through trade and spiritual work. What is their trade? Spirituality. Tilapia St. Peter's fish. I'm being told not to talk about that. Amnon. Mother fish. A mother fish. Amplifying one's excellence through what it is that they speak. Also, I'm going to leave this here with the Mary Magdalene card, Mary and Martha. Understanding two significant roles that are similar but not the same. Someone's distinction is having a hard time understanding this. Their sense of distinction is having a difficult time deciphering like what it is that they actually are to this person after time. And the Madonna Lily could be significant. Someone has another soulmate. Madonna Lily confirmed twice on this card and this one. We have the Madonna Lily here and the Madonna Lily here on these two cards. Let's read the messages. In the temple too, which protects it until the rain comes, or until the rains come. So going to church could be significant to someone's soulmate, their true soulmate. And Jesus' empty grave, their ascension, their miracle, the fact that they were rescued. Someone who was rescued from a life of like ill-harbored religious beliefs or something. That could be significant here. Okay, everyone, I'm Tired Goth. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm going to wrap up this reading here. So book me for an energy session, a reading, or anything that you would like to have done in the way of spiritual practices. I do sermons, I do counseling, I offer a whole bunch of stuff, and I would be happy to hear from you. So ask me your questions, contact me about your concerns. I would love to hear from you. Just let me know. I'm here for you, okay? Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll catch you guys later. And pay attention, because on my Gumroad account, I'm actually going to be posting some pre-recorded videos that you can save and keep for yourself in the case that you'd like to repeat rituals. I'm planning on doing a cord cutting ritual. I'm going to upload that. It's going to be taken off of YouTube, so the free video is no longer going to be there. It's actually a very powerful ritual, so I'm putting it on Gumroad for purchase. So that's going to be one of the Gumroad videos. And then you're also going to have a truth serum ritual that I'm going to be posting later. So if you're interested, let me know. And that is something that I can do for you. You can purchase it. It's pre-recorded, so it's uniform, but it's effective. You're going to be able to connect with it. So I look forward to seeing all of you in my inboxes, my DMs, my text messages, my voicemails to be returned as calls, and everything that you would like to purchase from me is going to be available on Gumroad by today. So thanks so much. I love you all. So long, and take care. Bye.